Hi friends, welcome you all. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss the Union Budget Part 2nd, the Union Budget 2021-22. In the last lecture, we have discussed Union Budget 2021-22 Part 1st. In that, we were discussing about the six pillars of Union Budget 2021-22 and the key highlights of the Union Budget. In that, we were discussing about health and well-being, physical and financial capital and infrastructure, inclusive development for uh, India. Then human capital discussion was related to human capital, innovation and research and development, and minimum government and maximum governance. So these are six pillars we were discussing about, and in that we have discussed about the provisions for health and well-being, the provisions for vaccines, then the major announcement for health system we have covered in the previous lecture. You can refer that. Nutritional things, the announcement for nutritionals, and in that area we have seen some provisions. Then universal coverage of water supply, scrapping policy also we have discussed in the previous lecture. uh, we were discussing about the production linked incentive schemes under physical and financial capital and infrastructure, and the some provisions related to textiles also. We were discussing about the infrastructure and the major announcement for infrastructural projects also. In that, we have discussed about the big thrust on monetizing assets and the valuations of the government assets, and some major steps taken for the monetizing assets. Then in the previous lecture, we have also discussed about the sharp increase in the capital budget. The capital budget is very important because capital budget or capital spending increases the investment in the economy and future production in the economy. So capital increase in the share of capital budget or capital account spending, it's very important from the future production and investment. Today we have planned to discuss the next part of the budget, that is I'm starting with the road and highways infrastructure and the major announcement for this sector. Rupees 1,18,000 crore, highest ever outlay for Ministry of Road and Transport and Highway, of which 1,08,000 crores is for capital. And if you see, if financial crisis is going on or financial slowdown is going on, then government always spent on the infrastructure and basic social overhead cost, that is infrastructure, and the public works, capital works, especially capital. Government take the steps for investing in the uh, capital asset, and it focuses on the creating the capital. So here governments announced 1,80,000 crore for the highest ever for the road and infrastructure highways. Under the rupees 5.35 lakh crore, Bharat Mala Pariyojana, more than 30,000 kilometers length of road worth 3.3 lakh crores awarded for construction. 3,800 kilometer have already been constructed. Another 8,500 kilometer to be awarded for construction by March 2022. Additional 11,000 kilometer of national highway corridors to be completed by March 2022. Economic corridor being planned, rupees 1.3 lakh crores outlay for 3,500 kilometers of national highways in Tamil Nadu, 65,000 crore investment for 1,000 kilometer of national highways in Kerala, 25,000 for West Bengal for 675 kilometers of national highways, or 34,000 crore to be allocated for 1,300 kilometers national highway to be undertaken in the next 3 years in Assam, and 19,000 crore for the national highways currently in progress in the state. Advanced traffic management system in all new 4 and 6 lane highways. Speed radars are there, variable message signboards are there, GPS enabled recovery vans will be installed. So these are some announcement. Now let's move towards the railway infrastructure. Now railway budget merged into the main union budget. In earlier time period, after before these 5 years, the railway budget was there, 1,10,000 rupees, 1,10,000 crore rupees for railway, of which 1,07,000 crore is for capital expenditure, means creating capital asset for investment. National Rail Plan for India to create a future ready railway system by 2030. 100% electrification of broad gauge route to be completed by December 2023. Broad gauge route kilometer electrification to reach 46,000 kilometer, 72% by the end of 2021. Western dedicated freight corridor and Eastern dedicated freight corridor to be commenced will be started by June 2022 to bring down the logistic cost, enabling Make in India strategy. Additional initiative proposed, the Sonagar Gamo section of Eastern dedicated freight corridor to be taken up in PPP mode. PPP means public private partnership mode in 2021-22. Future dedicated freight corridor projects: East Coast Corridor from Kharagpur to Vijayawada, East West Corridor from Bhusawal to Kharagpur to Dankuni, North South Corridor from Itarasi to Vijayawada, and some measures for passenger convenience and safety also taken. Highest density network and highly utilized network to have indigenously developed automatic train protection system, eliminating train collision due to human errors, and some coach on tourist routes for better travels are also planned to create. Urban infrastructure: raising the share of public transport in urban areas by expansion of metro rail network and augmentation of city bus service. 80,000 crore for a new scheme to augment public bus transport. Innovation for private public partnership model to run more than 20,000 buses. To boost automobile sector, provide fillip to economic growth, create employment opportunities for youth. A total of 702 km of conventional metro is operational, and another 1060 km of metro and RRTS is under construction in 27 cities. Metrolite and Metro Neo technologies to provide metro rail system at much lesser cost with similar experience in Tier 2 cities and peripheral areas of Tier 1 cities. Power infrastructure: 139 gigawatts of installed capacity and 1.41 lakh circuit kilometer of transmission line added, and additional 2.8 crore household connected in past 6 years. Consumer to have alternative to choose the distribution company for enhancing competitiveness. 3 lakh 5,000 crore over 5 years for a revamped reform based and result linked new power distribution sector scheme. A comprehensive national hydrogen energy mission 2021-22 be launched. Ports, shipping, waterways, rupees 2,000 crore worth 7 projects to be offered in PPP mode in financial year 2021 and 22 for operation of major ports. Indian shipping companies to get rupees 1,624 crores worth subsidy support over 5 years in global tenders of ministries and CPSCs. To double the recycling capacity of around 4.5 million light displacement ton by 2024 to generate an additional 1.5 lakhs of jobs. Now, infrastructure for petroleum and national gas, extension of Ujjwala scheme to cover 1 crore more beneficiaries, to add 100 more districts to the city gas distribution network in next 3 years, a new gas pipeline projects in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, financial capital, a single securities market code to be evolved, then support for development of a world class fintech hub at the GIFT IFSC, a new permanent institutional framework to help in development of bond market by purchasing investment grade debt securities both in stressed and normal times, setting up a new of regulated gold exchanges, SEBI, that is Security and Exchange Board of India, to be notified as a regulator, and warehousing development and regulatory authority to be strengthened. Capital infusion of rupees 1,000 crore to Solar Energy Corporation of India and 1,500 crore to Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency. Now, physical and financial capital and infrastructure, increasing FDI in the insurance sector to increase the permissible FDI limit from 49% to 74% and allowed foreign ownership and control with safeguards. Recapitalization of public sector banks, 20,000 crore rupees in 2021-22 to further consolidate the financial capacity of public sector banks. So friends, that was in the second part of the Union budget. Today we have seen uh, the provisions and major announcement for physical and financial capital and infrastructure. Then we have seen the physical and financial capital and infrastructure for petroleum and natural gas, for ports, shipping and waterways, for power infrastructure and urban infrastructure. We have seen additional for passengers and for railway infrastructure, the major provisions we have seen. Then economic corridor and some projects for road and highways, highway infrastructures we have seen, major announcement for roads and highway we have seen. Then uh, capital budget, how it is increased share of capital budget we have discussed. So friends, in the next lecture we will discuss other things, that is the financial fiscal provisions for the government and some other scheme in a nutshell form. So that is from this that is from my side in this lecture. See you. Thanks for watching.